Hey guys, welcome to Pajama Mama's Kitchen. Today I'm going to make for you guys a 7-Up cake. I have made one for you previously, but I've changed it up a little bit, and this is how I've been making it lately, and I actually like it better, so I'm going to show you what I do. So first, you see I got one of my mixers out. So first I'm going to put the butter in this mixer. So I'm going to get you over here. So it calls for 3 sticks of butter, which is a cup and a half. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use 1 stick of butter and then a half a cup of the butter flavored Crisco. Here is the butter flavored Crisco. I just went on and bought a whole can because when I make the cakes and I use the butter flavored Crisco so much, and I was buying those sticks, you know, and I was like, let me just go ahead and just buy a tub of it so I didn't have to, you know, just keep buying those sticks. You get more for like the same cost. Hold on. Okay guys, I got my cup of butter in my mixer, and then here's my half of cup of the butter flavored Crisco, and I'm going to use the paddle attachment. Put that on there and kind of whip that up. You're going to set your oven at 325 degrees. And just kind of whip that up before I put the sugar in there. And I have 3 cups of granulated sugar. Okay, so I've creamed the butter. I'm going to turn this down on low, and I'm going to start adding the sugar. And I want to add the sugar all at once because you guys know it'll kind of kick back at you. So I'm going to add all 3 cups of this sugar, and I want it to get really fluffy. Okay guys, periodically you're going to have to stop the mixer, cut it off, and get it all off the sides. You just want to kind of just get it down so it can mix thoroughly. It's pretty much mixed good. I'm gonna just do it for about another 30 seconds, and then I'm gonna start adding the eggs. Okay, so we have 5 eggs. And let me get over here so you guys can see. So they're room temperature. Make sure all your items for your cake is room temperature. You're going to add eggs one at a time to the thoroughly mix. And I usually have my eggs on a separate dish, and I crack them into something separately just in case I have a bad egg. Because I've done that before where I cracked the egg and it wasn't any good, and I messed up either my cake or my bowl of eggs. So I just crack them one at a time and then add them like that. Okay guys, now I'm going to add my flavorings. I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla, and then I usually add 2 to 3 teaspoons of vanilla extract, which I do not have. So what I am going to do is I'm going to take some lemon. Let me get you over here. Okay guys, I'm going to add the juice of this lemon, but before I do that, I've already washed this lemon. I'm going to get that zest off of there. You don't want the white flesh, you just want the zest. See that? It's still, you still got the white is still on there. But I'm just going to get all the zest. You see that? I'm going to get all the zest off of this lemon, and then I'm going to add the juice also. Alright, this is how much zest I got off the turn you over here to see. off that lemon, and it's a small lemon. You see that? So I'm gonna put this, add this with the cake. And I'm gonna show you how much juice I got. And this is the juice. So I'm gonna add that in there. And I'm gonna get you over here because I gotta measure out the cake flour. Okay guys, for the cake flour, you're gonna measure out 3 cups. Now a lot of you, I probably would, you know, want to just go down here and take it out like that, but you don't want to do that. You want to actually spoon your cake flour until your cup measure. It actually compacts it too much when you do it the other way. Now, if all you have is, I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to do 3 cups of those. If all you have is all-purpose flour, you can use that. You just got to add cornstarch. And in the description, when I put the recipe, I will give you guys a breakdown of how to make your own cake flour, you know, with the all-purpose flour and the cornstarch. Okay, guys, I have scraped the sides down, and I'm going to add probably just 1 cup of the flour for right now. Now, the only thing I like better about my little mini mixer is it starts off, it has a slow start, so you don't have to worry about the flour getting all over the place. This, I kind of just do this until it mixes, because I don't want that flour to go all over the place. So I'm just going to mix that a little bit. And then I have a cup of 7-Up over here. I'm just going to add a little bit of that 7-Up. So you just want to alternate that flour, 7-Up, flour, 7-Up. You want to end with flour though. A little bit more 7-Up. Okay guys, cake is done mixing up. And so I have my cake pan, and this is a pretty big cake, so you're going to make sure, you see how big I have the Nordic anniversary pan. It's a you're going to use like a 10 or 12 cup cake pan, and I did use some pan baking spray. I'm going to put it in here. Also, you can use my cake release. There is a video in both of my cake. I have a semi homemade cake playlist, and I have a homemade cake playlist, and that recipe for the cake release that you use, what do you use? You use oil and Crisco and flour and stuff. So if you want that, just looking, maybe I'll put the recipe. I might put the recipe at the bottom so you don't have to go over to that video if you don't feel like it. All right, so let me put this in this pan. Okay guys, this is what it looks like before it goes into the oven, and I just kind of shake it a little bit. Turn it this way just so the cake can be level. Get all those air bubbles out, and I'm going to put it in a 325-degree oven for about 1 hour and 15 minutes. It might need to go 1 hour and 20, but usually mine's in my oven it's 1 hour and 15 minutes. And when your skewer or toothpick comes out clean, the cake is done. Okay guys, I just took it out the oven, and I did tin it like this the last probably 15 minutes of baking because it was getting dark and I didn't want it to be done on the outside and raw on the inside. So we're going to check it. You see it's coming out clean. You just want to make sure your skewer or whatever you're testing with comes out clean. Okay. So I'm going to let this sit. I'm going to actually, that's why you guys see, you hear that kettle going off. I have a video on quick tips, and I always pour on this certain cakes that I know that are that usually stick. Sometimes I do that. Not all cakes, just the ones that I know to stick. And the 7-Up cake is notorious for sticking. So I'm going to pour this hot water over some towels in the sink and let it sit for about 15-20 minutes. And then when I come back, I'll let you see what it looks like. Okay guys, I let it sit on those towels for 20 minutes. And let me see if it'll come out. And I went to say something. You guys remember I took a half a cup of the butter out and put a half a cup of Crisco. Now, if you do not want to put Crisco in your cake, then don't do it. Just use a whole cup and a half of just the butter and it'll be fine. I just like the crust that the Crisco provides. When you put a little Crisco in your cakes, the outside of the cake, the crust is amazing. So let's see. This is hot, so I still gotta hold it with something. Oh, goodness. It's very hot. You're probably gonna see the steam coming off of it. Oh, there you go. See how clean that came out? And that's because, look at that, it came out really clean. That's because I put it on those hot towels. So I'm gonna let this cool a bit, and I'm gonna make a little glaze to just drizzle on top of just a little bit, because Dante likes a little glaze. But you can be done and eat it just like this. 7-Up cake is amazing without anything on it. So when I come back, I'm gonna throw a quick glaze together. Okay guys, my cake has cooled a bit. Now, usually I would not use this on this big burner, just for filming sake. That's why I put it on here. I got 3 tablespoons of butter. Let me turn it down a little bit in this saucepan, and I'm going to put about a cup and a half of confectionate sugar or powdered sugar, whatever you want to call it. Then I'm going to put about a tablespoon of lemon juice. Actually, that's 2 teaspoons, and then maybe 1 teaspoon of vanilla in there. Okay, and a splash of half and half cream or milk, whatever you got. A lot of people use 7-Up. I find when you use 7-Up, it's a little bit too sweet. I mean, it's not too sweet, but the cake is already sweet, and then I'm using all this powdered sugar. I mean, you can use that, but it is very sweet when you use that. I like this mixture better. And I'm just going to melt all this, and then just, I didn't make a lot because I don't want a lot, and drizzle it over our cake. Yeah. Let me see, do I need more sugar? Nope, that's fine. Okay, let me get it over here to the cake. Okay, I put, this is hot. I put the little glaze I made in this little, wait a minute, this is hot. And then I'm just gonna drizzle this over the cake. And what I do is I do that, and then I let it sit for a few minutes, and I come back and drizzle it some more after it kind of cools. Okay, I let it sit for like 5 minutes. I'm gonna go back in again. I just kind of wanted to drizzle down the cake. And I layer that because a lot of times if the cake is still a little bit warm, it kind of melts a little bit. But I do that like 3 times. So I'm gonna let it, let me see, well, let me put some more over here. See, it's getting thicker and thicker. So I'm gonna let it sit again. Now, if your icing gets a little bit too thick, just zap it in the mic for like 5-10 seconds, but mine's is fine. When I come back, I'm gonna cut you guys a piece. Okay guys, that's the cake all finished. So I'm going to cut a piece so you guys can see what it looks like. Just gonna cut a little small slice. Ooh, still warm. You guys see that cake? Turn around so you guys can see. Okay, I want to taste it with some of the glaze. Oh, it's moist. You guys see how moist that is? Can't stand a dry cake. Amazing. This is a good cake. You guys need to put this in your rotation. And if you've never tried it with a half cup of the Crisco, the butter flavored Crisco, you need to try it. Okay, if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video. Please comment, let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any twist on your cakes that you make. Okay, until next time, you guys have a great day.